Hello everyone and welcome to this extra festive edition of Hockeybar. I'm Tiernan Smith, let's get right into it. First up is San Jose Sharks defenseman and former Senators captain Erik Karlsson, who committed an illegal hit on Kings forward Austin Wagner. Karlsson is to have an over-the-phone hearing with the Department of Player Safety this afternoon and he could be suspended. The hit in question was retaliation where Karlsson probably unintentionally hit Wagner's head with his shoulder. He did not receive a penalty on the play either.
Side of the head, so another look, slowing it down, coming across. You can see Carlson. He doesn't throw the elbow out, so it's just shoulder.
Next to some really cool news about the Carolina Hurricanes, who will be doing a throwback night tonight versus the Boston Bruins, wearing their old Hartford Whalers jerseys and gear. The Hurricanes haven't donned these jerseys since 1997, before moving to Carolina, and I myself am a little too young to remember the Whalers, but I still think they have a really cool logo and color scheme, and I think it's also cool that the Dallas Stars kind of pay homage to it, whether it's unintentional or not. Next is another milestone for the Oilers' Connor McDavid. McDavid is the sixth player in NHL history to hit 200 assists before the age of 22, about a month away from his 22nd birthday himself. He currently has 106 career goals and 202 assists. McDavid's company in the 200 assist party are big names like Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, Mario Lemieux, Dale Hawerchuk, and Ron Francis. Last is some good news for veteran radio broadcaster Rick G Ornette, who was hospitalized yesterday night while broadcasting the Buffalo Sabres game versus the Anaheim Ducks. He was transported to the hospital during the third period for an unknown reason. The Sabres organization released a statement this morning telling media that the Hall of Fame broadcaster is recovering and wants to return by the end of the holiday break coming up. With predictions, the day's first early game is between the Blue Jackets and Devils. Both of these teams are coming off a win, but Columbus has the better firepower, obviously. But the Devils might be able to keep it close, so watch out. Part of the Whalers throwback day has already been discussed. The Bruins come to town. What used to be a battle for New England, Boston is probably ready to go back to their own roots too. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to believe the charm of the jerseys and festivities and what have you going on there, I still think Boston can win this one, just because of trends in their offense. Flyers came up just short yesterday, and the Rangers did too, but from a wider margin. The Flyers are doing better with their new staff, and I think this could lead this game. Their goalie Carter Hart isn't something you want to miss. This kid is great at what he does. The Panthers are probably satisfied with the little win over Detroit last night, and they're playing a team that I would say is pretty equal to them. Ekblad and Barkov are both elite skaters who will probably outdo Chicago, who haven't had a good defense for them to be defended against. Both of these teams are coming off a one day's rest, but the Maple Leafs are coming off with a win despite their original six counterpart, who is coming back to Toronto this evening. Hopefully, with defenseman Trevor Daley for Detroit playing in his 1,000th career game, the morale might be good enough to keep the defense up and running, which has been their struggle, but I wouldn't count on it entirely. The Stars have leveled out from being up and down, maybe because Klingberg is back in the lineup to support the offense or not, and the Islanders have a quick offensive too, so this might be up to the defense on who can perform better. The last time these two teams met was a surprising one, with the Kings beating the Knights by 3. Vegas has won 6 of their last 10, and they're likely be better prepared this time around, but the Kings are probably wanting to surprise some people, being carried into this one by Kovalchuk's wonderful night last night returning from injury. And lastly, two divisional rivals who face each other a lot. The Coyotes still haven't got the offense started often, nor kept the defense in check, leaving a lot of the load on their goaltender, who can only do so much. Carlson might not be playing, as his state in the league is currently in limbo for the next few games, so the Sharks' defense might be lacking where the Coyotes need to capitalize. With stats, Rantanen picks up an assist last night, getting 59 points and 43 assists this season. Ovechkin still leading in goals, unfortunately not being able to find the back of the net in a while, but it'll come. With plus minus, it's still contested with Morgan Riley of Toronto, tied with Ryan McDonough of Tampa Bay, and John Carlson and Michael Kempny of Washington. As for goalies, we see a slight increase of Rene's goals against average after a tough loss to Boston last night. From the other side of the ice, though, Yaroslav Halak of Boston did well, only allowing 2 goals and getting his save percentage up to 93. And of course, Fleury still leads in wins with 20 and shutouts with 5. Thanks everyone for joining us on this holiday edition of Hockeybar. Unfortunately, this program will be off the air until Thursday, December 27th when games resume, so please do keep an eye out for that. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to ensure you'll hear from us when the show resumes later this week. Again, thanks for watching, and from all of us at Hockeybar, we wish you happy holidays and a Merry Christmas.